Hi. So I'm basically done with all my surgery stuff now. I did all 12 weeks of my regular rotation, then I went back and did another 2 weeks of trauma because I love it so much. And I just finished that and I started emergency medicine yesterday. So I figured I should just pop in and do a video on the rest of surgery and try to keep up with the rest of my rotations. Things got really crazy trying to get all the fourth year stuff together and, you know, trying to get all the stuff ready. So I'm really sorry for the complete and total lack of videos in the last couple of months. But in addition to trauma surgery, which is the only required part of the surgery rotation at my school, I also did colorectal surgery and cardiothoracic surgery and transplant surgery, which I mentioned in a comment a while back. So all of them were really awesome. Transplant, there were some personality things that made it not quite as enjoyable as it might have been, but overall it was awesome. And there was one attending physician that let me stitch up the bowel, which was amazing. And he also took me on a harvest, which was really intense. Basically, we met in the middle of the night at the hospital, and there was this limousine waiting, and it was me and the attending and the perfusionist. So basically, I was the primary assist on the entire procedure, which once again was awesome. So this limousine took us out to this really teeny tiny airfield on the other side of town, and there was this like private plane waiting, like from the 80s. And they flew us up to a different part of the state, and there was a kid there that had been declared brain dead, and his family was kind enough to donate his organs. And it's weird because everything is done in the middle of the night, and this hospital we went to is this like very rural, tiny hospital in the middle of nowhere. They had like 2 ORs, which is a big difference from where I'm at. We have 25. So he was ready, and you know, we prepped, and there were all these different teams from all over the state. There was a team there for the heart and lungs. We were there for the liver and the kidneys. And that was pretty much all his family had agreed to donate. You can also do like corneas and small bowel and that sort of thing, but they had declined for whatever reason, which is fine. And basically, like, you go in and everything's on cardiothoracic schedule. So you go and display all the things you need, you know, the vessels, and prepare everything essentially. And then you just go chill until the heart surgeons are ready to take the heart. And you go in, they pour ice over the entire abdominal cavity and chest cavity, and then they take out the heart, they take out the lungs. Then it was our turn. We took out the liver, took out the kidneys. We left the kidneys there for another team to come pick up and take to one of their patients, and we took the liver back here. And yeah, it was intense because, you know, he was brain dead. And there's very specific criteria for that. There's, you know, no chance that a person's going to recover from that. And 2 physicians have to sign off on that in order for somebody to be legally declared brain dead. But still, you know, his heart was beating, and it wasn't when we left. So it was kind of intense. And yeah. Yeah, it was sad. It was sad at a certain point, but you know, it was a real honor just to be there and to have the privilege of participating in something like that. Not to mention, you know, I got to do all kinds of stuff since I was the primary assist. So it's kind of a rare opportunity for a third-year med student. It was nice. It made all the rest of transplant surgery worth it. Everything I went through every other day of the 3 weeks I was there. Cardiothoracic surgery was also pretty cool. Open heart surgery is amazing. They like full on can stop people's hearts and restart them in order to put on new vessels. I mean, the essential concept is kind of very basic. You know, you're basically just reconnecting piping, and for as basic as it is, you're still not allowed to touch anything. That's a 3-year fellowship too. It's crazy. But the medicine was really cool, and I learned a lot and got really good at murmurs and that sort of thing, and got to hold, somebody's beating heart, which was pretty cool. And then colorectal surgery was awesome, just because you get, you have to have a pretty good sense of humor in order to be a colorectal surgeon. So the company was really awesome, and overall it was just a lot of fun. And I went back to trauma. And trauma was even better the second time around. They changed the schedule, so we were on call every 4 days instead of every 3 days. And then everybody got a day off every 4 days as well, so the schedule was a lot more chill. And since I was the only med student, I got to do whatever I wanted to, basically, which was also cool. And I think that might be it for me. I think that might be my thing. Because, I've been on emergency medicine, which was the other thing that I was holding on to for just a couple of days now, but I can already tell you that it's not going to be emergency medicine. It's probably going to be surgery, and I feel it in me. It felt right, and especially once I went back to trauma, we do these teaching rounds where they talk about a case that came in, and they ask a bunch of questions, and I got asked a whole bunch of questions, and the attending who was asking the questions comes over and looks at my ID badge, and he's like, "Medical student, really?" I said, "Yeah." I'm going to ask him for a letter, and, hopefully it'll work out. I'm trying to get my sub-internships ready and everything like that, too. But it was very encouraging, and everybody in the trauma department was basically like, yeah, you should do this, and so that's also a good sign. Everything's almost done, though. Everything's almost scheduled, so hopefully I'll be able to do these videos on a bit more of a regular basis. I don't want to get into emergency medicine just yet, because, like I said, this will be technically my 3rd day, but I really should have been my 2nd. I'm on night shifts right now, too, so I'm a little off, but yeah, I'm going to try to do a video for every rotation that I do, and they're all 4 weeks long now. So after emergency, then I have neuro, and then I have cardiothoracic surgery, again, at a different hospital, because I need a letter from that one particular dude. And then hopefully my sub-internship, if I can actually get my shit together, and then medicine 2, and then radiology. So that's the next 6 months or so. Okay, so yeah, that was surgery in a nutshell. It was awesome, very different, all the different aspects of general surgery. And what people keep telling me is that you shouldn't do surgery, well, you shouldn't do surgery just in general, but you shouldn't do it unless there's absolutely nothing else that you could do. And that kind of presented a problem for me because, if you look back through these videos, I've enjoyed pretty much everything on a certain level. But yeah, I got it. I got bitten, and there's no turning back now. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well, and I'll see you guys in 4 weeks. Bye.